African tribal marks are known to Africans as marks of identification, indicating one's ethnic background and at times the ethnic group's historical migration pattern. Tribal marks also serve as a means of ethnic pride, protection, healthcare, and decoration. Some claim that the reason why tribal marks started was to differentiate between various ethnic groups that lived within close proximity to each other and to distinguish status groups within a single ethnic group. Based on our findings, there are truths in these claims. As we hop on this video, kindly subscribe to our channel if you are new here and turn on our notification bell to always get notified each time we drop a video. Stay tuned. Impacts of slavery on tribal marks. While tribal marks may not have started as a result of slavery, as many have claimed, the slave trade, or rather slave raiding, is responsible for the continuation and dominance of this practice throughout all of West Africa. By the late 1800s, tribal markings became highly important not only for ethnic identification, but because they allowed one to retain their roots even if they were captured and taken into slavery. Once taken into bondage, tribal marks allowed slaves to unite with other members of their ethnic group who had been captured. Additionally, if one was set free or escaped, tribal marks were a helpful means to retracing one's roots. For many, it was their only means. Medicinal marks. The medicinal marks are usually done by a traditional healer or herbalist, who is the specialist that makes incisions for medicinal and protective reasons. Often, a herbalist serves as a counselor to his community, advising them on how to treat and prevent diseases and infections. The different medicine the herbalist uses to treat various diseases and infections are combinations of plants, herbs, and roots. However, these herbs, roots, or plants the herbalist uses are most at times held as a secret and are not disclosed to anyone. In order to treat certain diseases or illnesses, the herbalist makes an incision using a knife to insert these medicines beneath the skin or flesh. The combination of herbs, roots, and plants used as treatments are first grinded down to a fine powder. Water may be added to the powder to create a liquid which is easier to insert into the cut. Herbalists also treat the incisions with special ointments to stop any bleeding. Shea butter is used as a lubricant to keep the skin from drying out and allows the incision to heal within a week's time. These marks are mostly made on the back, arms, face, and on the stomach. It is believed that the blood surrounding the umbilical is toxic. The toxic blood surrounding the belly button can cause chronic stomach problems. Therefore, several marks usually are made round the belly button. It is believed that these incisions, along with the medicine used, relieve the body of toxic blood. The one who goes and comes. The most well-known and interesting mark is that given to the child who goes and comes, which is most common in West Africa. The one who goes and comes refers to a child who is bedset, dies at birth or shortly after, giving birth to again in another body with same sex only to die again. After a woman experiences the death of two babies of the same sex, either at birth or shortly after, the third baby of that same sex is marked. It is believed that the same child is trying to come back, but for some reasons, he or she is not allowed to stay. There are two reasons for marking the baby. One is to make the child ugly. It is believed that by disfiguring the face or body of such a baby, the baby appears ugly to the gods in the other world. Thus, the baby will no longer be wanted to return. Giving a child marks for this reason was described as grabbing the child and enslaving it to stay in this world. However, if the child does die, marks are made to be used to check the next child who is to be born. Thus, such marks are used to identify a child who is coming and going between this world and the next. It is believed that when the child is born and lives, having the same marks as the previous child, that he has been rejected from the other world because of the disfiguring marks. Marks of protection. In Africa, there are marks given for the purpose of protection against evil spirits and weapons, to make one victorious in battles and to protect the limbs from harm. Most often, these marks are made on the arms, legs and feet, depending on the herbalist who makes the protective marks and for what reasons medicine may or may not be used. Herbalists are sometimes sought to advise parents of new babies as to how to protect the baby's well-being. Often the herbalist will make small incision, placing medicine inside to protect the baby from future diseases and unforeseen calamities. Herbalists also make incisions for adults who feel another is wishing evil upon them. These marks of protection are given to matured males and females who decide for themselves to get such marks. Though females can receive these marks, it is thought that males endure more of hardships in life. Thus, marks of protection are more commonly found on males. Marks as decoration. There are several different methods employed to decorate the body. While many incisions or markings are made, the more popular methods are tattooing and body paints. Decorative marks can be found on both males and females, but are most popular among females. Most often, decorative marks are attained by girls in their teen years. However, parents can also have the artist make decorative marks on their infant's face during naming ceremony. In some parts of Africa, young adult females love to have red circles or half circles between their eyebrows as a way to enhance their beauty. While many still believe tribal mark decorations ignite beauty, some believe these tribal marks rather take away one's natural beauty. In recent years, reasons held for the incisions for tribal marks have begun to fade away, as people can now identify each other through verbal communication, and slave raiding and tribal wars no longer threaten the dismember of communities. There are also efficient treatments for most of the diseases and viruses tribal marks were incised for. Despite all these recent changes, majority of older people want the practice to continue to show ethnic pride and for the culture not to fade away. We have come to the end of this video. Kindly subscribe to our channel if you are new here and turn on our notification to always get notified each time we drop a video. Thanks for watching.